Yo, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. And we got a special delivery. I think a lot of you guys are going to enjoy this video because we finally got a part, or I should say parts, for the 99 Mustang GT to fix an issue that has been technically plaguing the channel for honestly 2, potentially 3 months now. If you guys are new, my clutch is messed up. The forks are bent, which causes an insane rattle. It's honestly been getting worse by the day. The clutch slips, so I have to go ahead and spring into action. We're gonna go ahead and be, addressing that in the very, very near future. As you guys can see here, we got some boxes. I do apologize for my neighbor's dogs. Every time they hear me outside, they get excited. They want me to come play. But we're gonna do an unboxing, quote unquote unboxing. I've actually already unboxed a lot of this because I have to go ahead and remove my, address and stuff like that. Y'all know the vibes. But we have a McLeod flywheel right here. This is gonna be a lightweight flywheel. Now this car currently has, I believe, just a regular flywheel on it. Let me go ahead and actually get this open a little bit easier because it's secured down very, very well, which is good. All right, so get this open. This is gonna be a McLeod lightweight flywheel. I'm not gonna take all the plastic off of here because I'm not gonna be the one doing the install. A shop's gonna do it, so I don't really wanna go ahead and potentially lose some things or, mess something up. So this is gonna be the lightweight flywheel for the car. It's gonna be specific for, obviously, a McLeod clutch. And here is the bolt pattern if you guys are wondering. This is an 8-bolt flywheel because the car does have a 5.4 liter 2-valve in here, and I know for a fact it does have the 8-bolt crank, so obviously we're gonna need an 8-bolt flywheel. Now, if I don't actually need the 8-bolt flywheel, this is gonna get returned. I'll let y'all know, but I'm like 99% sure this is the right flywheel we need for this specific motor and transmission combination. Now, what we also have here is a clutch. This is gonna be what we really need because my clutch is slipping. This is gonna be the McLeod Street Extreme Clutch. I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys the part number right here. This is gonna be a single disc clutch for 99 to 04 Mustangs, 10 spline. You guys can see here, some clutch chatter will be, there when breaking, but that's gonna be obvious. Any clutch is gonna have that, but you guys can see it looks beautiful, man. Now, I've actually never had this specific clutch in any 99 to 04 car previously, but I've had a variation of this clutch that was good for 500 horsepower in my white car. And in all reality, it might actually be the same clutch that's in this car. I know this car does not have this specific 700 horsepower version of the McLeod clutch, but it does have a single disc from what I've been told. Now, this honestly is the best feeling single disc clutch I've ever driven, especially at wide open throttle. It almost makes me think that there might be a twin disc clutch in here that was potentially installed, wrong, which is why it's starting to fail early. But it is what it is, man. We're going to be switching to this McLeod clutch, and I'm really excited to see how it feels. And obviously we're going to be getting rid of that clutch chatter that is currently plaguing the car. Hopefully. Now, I know some of you guys might be wondering, dude, why are you putting another single disc clutch in the car if you think the car has a twin disc clutch, especially since this car does make 600 horsepower? Well, the transmission is stock. From my understanding, from what I've been told, again, this is from what I've been told, the next couple of days I could find out that this, transmission might be a 2631 spline, which in all reality wouldn't be a bad thing. But from what I was told, it is a stock 3650 with a 10 spline input shaft. So for me personally, it just doesn't make sense to put in an 800, 1000 horsepower clutch for a stock transmission setup, because that strong of a clutch is 100% gonna go ahead and tear up that transmission a lot faster than probably what's happening to it right now. I'm trying to prolong it as long as possible because obviously it is a hell of a lot cheaper to replace a clutch than it is to replace a transmission, a clutch, drive shaft, whole 9 yards. Now, the funny thing is, this whole clutch setup that I have for 99 isn't even half the price of the clutch setup for the 350. Even the stock clutches, which is kind of insane, man. Like, you have to spend like $2,500 up to 4 bands to get, you know, the proper clutch for a GT350 so it doesn't tear up that 3160, because obviously there really isn't that much aftermarket support for that transmission. You either take it to a shop and hope they know what they're doing when they do a rebuild with stronger internals, or you just T56 swap the car, which in all reality isn't a bad option. But for the Voodoos, just from what I've seen, I don't think the T56 Magnum really matches the characteristics of the motor. I think the 3160 is perfect, especially if you're trying to do street driving, which is kind of why I'm, you know, using the knowledge I have and not putting like an overpowered clutch for a transmission that 100% cannot support that type of force. That's the same reason kind of why I went ahead and got another stock clutch for this car, because there isn't a lot of aftermarket support for the 3160, like I said. And the stock clutches, I know some people can, you know, they've said they've held 750, 800 horsepower, and honestly, I like the feel of the stock clutch, and I'd rather just go ahead and just replace the stock clutch as opposed to going ahead and having the T56 swap, or just pray shop knows what they're doing with the rebuild. Obviously, as time goes on, there'll be more options. I think Ben Calamer's, you know, coming out with a built 3160, if it's not already out. And I know it was in talks to drop last October, but I haven't heard any information about it. So we'll see. I'll get the clutch in this car after I get the clutch in that car, because obviously I'm taking this to Texas 2K and I need this thing running to the best of its ability. And then finally in this box, I have some miscellaneous parts that are needed with the clutch repair. I have a Ford OEM throwout bearing. I'm not gonna be using the McLeod throwout bearing. I do have, I believe, the stud right here, because I'm almost positive this is probably damaged, and honestly I kind of don't want to reuse it. And then here, this is the fork. So I pretty much got everything to replace the necessary drivetrain components in this car, minus a transmission, which may come in the future, may not, depends. Really just depends on, you know, how I'm feeling with this car and, you know, the route I want to take. In all reality, 3650 with the setup that I have, the ratios in it are really, really good, and I really enjoy it. I mean, the car can get to 140 miles an hour plus in 4th gear, and it pulls like a train from a 3rd gear, you know, roll. So I know that's probably not going to be the case with the T56 Magnum. I'll probably have to re-gear the car, but this car is so street friendly with the setup it is right now. It's one of those things where if it's not broke, don't fix it, and the things that need to be replaced can just be upgraded like I'm doing right now. So let me know down in the comment section what you guys think. Do you guys think this car would benefit from a T56 Magnum, or potentially just a built 3650? I know the built 3650s cost as much as the Magnum, so it don't really make sense to do it. I know somebody around here that has a 3-valve built his. I think he spent like 3,500 bucks, which, I mean, is not bad for a built transmission, but the T56 Magnum is 3,500 bucks. So, but you do have to get a new clutch and a drive shaft and whatnot, bell housing. So it kind of does make sense. I think you have to do some wiring as well, but you know, you got to pay to play. That's for damn sure. Let's get a little cold start going. Gonna be loud because I sold the rear seat backs and also the stock seats. this up in front of me right now. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Somebody blew a tire right there. That's like the worst thing that can happen, man. Literally just blowing a tire. Hope everybody's all good that got affected by that, because blowing a tire is not fun whatsoever. I'm about to pull up to the station right now. I'm about to pump some E. I'm at a quarter tank, so this is when I need to go ahead and fill up the car to keep her happy. I'll be at the Sunoco so many times, like it's actually insane. I'm here like at least like 2-3 times a week, but it hasn't been as crazy recently. But it feels like I'm here like 2-3 times a week. Oh fuck, we got one of the pumps is down. Here, I'm just gonna put it here, but I'll have to swing it around. All right, just pumped some gas, and man, dude, I don't know what's going on, but gas is going up again for whatever reason. It's funny because last year, I know it has nothing to do with it, but the week of Texas 2K, the gas was the highest I've ever seen out here in Texas. Like, I'm talking about E85 was like over $3. I think it was like $3.50, something stupid. At least the station that I always filled up back, you know, a little south of Houston. But this shit closing in on $3 right now, which is kind of interesting, man. Like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but the gas need to go back down to low $2 because this is tripping. But I'm gonna catch y'all when I get on the road or when I make a stop, depending on what's going down. There's actually a cop, y'all can see over there. So I'm leaving out here, you know, treading softly. All right, made it back to the casa. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Next video will probably be, I don't know, revving downtown. Might be going to a car meet, who knows? But catch you in the next one. Deuces.